Girl, I'm trying to be neighbors with the Kardashians.
Come on.
Yeah. I'm changing boys' lives.
Yeah.
Because I'm not taking my wig off for nobody. Want to say something that may ruffle a little feathers?
Ruffle them. All right, you're watching another episode of BET Talks. I'm your host, Miabelle, and today's guest is a serial entrepreneur, best known as a celebrity hairstylist, salon owner with a huge hair care brand, okay, an influencer, and the host of a very popular digital show that launched right here on BET in 2019, Wig Out. Do you remember? Because right now we're here to get an update on life and, of course, complete the full circle moment with our guest, Cliff Vmir. Welcome to the show.
What's up? Thank you for having me, BET.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling marvelous.
Yes, and you look marvelous.
Thank you, so do you. You so fly, girl.
I'll put that on for you, boo. Come on. Shouts to Nisha, our stylist. Now, when it comes to you, we're going to play a game first, just to get all up in your business.
Okay.
And then we'll get straight to the updates, okay?
Let's do it.
Now, this game is called This or That. All you do is pick and tell me why.
Okay.
All right? When it comes to style, do you go bold or do you like to keep it subtle and, classic?
I like to sometimes be subtle and play it safe and timeless. Yeah.
I love that answer. That gives luxurious,
Yeah.
All right, now when it comes to humor or drama, on social media and in real life, do you lead with humor or do you like a little drama to spice things up?
I feel like a little drama. Everybody needs a little drama because people like be boring. So sometimes you gotta wake it up.
Yeah, do it for the plot, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what we doing.
A little entertainment.
Now, when it comes to being risky or safety in business, beauty, and in media, do you feel like you like to play it safe or always go for the risk?
Oh, I always go for the risk. I feel like tomorrow is never promised.
Right.
So you gotta go for that risk.
Yeah. Now tell us about the risk that you took at 19 years old that really got you all that money. Your first million.
Yes. I was just doing what I thought at the time was my own thing.
Right.
I was touring, I was taking clients and stuff every single day. And this journey started when I was like 15.
Okay.
So I would get out of high school, come to the salon, I would do like 3, 4, 5 people a day. When I started doing artists, I was traveling with them, going on tour. I literally almost did not graduate high school because my attendance was so bad.
Because you were already moving and
Yeah,
grooving.
I was just already moving and shaking. And I remember like my mom was just like, boy, you better graduate. Like, I don't care about who hair you doing, what you doing, you better get that diploma. But I sold hair. I had launched my Silk in the Mist when I was 16.
Wow.
But I used to sell like 100 hair, sell out, go like 3 or 4 months, come back again with another 100. So it was like, 3, 4 years of hustling. And by the time I turned 19, I had an accountant and they went over my account and they like, you made like $1.2 million since you had this little account since you turned 16. And I'm like, what?
Big account?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
That's a huge accomplishment.
Thank you.
And it really makes me want to know who nurtured you into becoming, because salon life so early, where did that come from?
I don't know. I just feel like I was one of those kids that like, most kids, you ask them what they want to be, they say a police officer or a lawyer or something. I always knew whatever I wanted to do in life, it had to be something with hair. It had to be something like me touching hair. Like, I used to be in my mom's closet and she would have fringe jackets and I would go in there, be 2 years old and like trying to plait them and stuff. So I always knew what I wanted to do at a young age. I just didn't know how I would end up here.
Right.
I went to a vocational high school.
Okay.
And I remember the teacher had asked all of us, she said, listen, I want you to write down where you see yourself in 5 years. Now at the time, I'm like 16. I said, I want to be a celebrity hairstylist. Now mind you, where I'm from, Delaware, it was never no such thing. So when I said it, everybody was chuckling.
Right.
I meant what I said.
Yeah. And you did way more than that. And what about the confidence that you had? Who really poured into you for you to be able to take over the way that you do, dress the way that you do, and look so beautiful?
Thank you. I feel like my mom had a lot to do with it. I had one of those type of fathers that did not, of course, want me to do hair, play in hair. He wanted me to do strictly sports. But my mom was really somebody I can confide in as like my early stages of knowing my identity, knowing what I want to do in life. Like I used to do hair on mannequins and Barbie dolls and go and like sneak and show my mom, and she would help me like hide them from my dad. And she always just kind of supported everything I did. Like when I was 16, I used to fly to Atlanta and get booths at Bronner Brothers, and my mom was there every step of the way.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Thank you.
And it is a true testament of how far you've been able to go. Now, moving forward too, from 19 till now, and just being able to build your following, Wig Out on BET, what a moment. Tell us about that. How did that happen for you?
I'm not gonna say I was the only stylist to take Instagram by storm, but we talking like 2015, 2016, I was one of them ones that was literally using Instagram as a tool to really market and brand myself. And I was doing it consistently for so many years. And then I remember I hired a publicist. And my publicist, Eb, she just was like, you know, it's time for, you know, you're big on Instagram, but I want people to see this big personality you have. Like I'm sitting on a phone clip and I cannot stop laughing. I came to New York to do an interview with BET called Hair Story.
Do you see my hair? Do you really see it? You see the shine in it?
I was just literally being myself. I was talking about experiences I had with celebrities. You know, this is back when it was hard to go viral online. In 24 hours, I think on YouTube and on Facebook, it was like at 2 million views on each.
Wow.
And I remember BET called my publicist and was like, look, we need more Cliff. Like, I created a sizzle reel because I'm like, look, I don't know what they talking about, but I know what I'm trying to talk about. 60 seconds of them watching the sizzle reel, they like, let's do it.
And that was the creation of Wig Out.
The key to perfect baby hair placement is just looking at the client's face. Like, cause sometimes when I look at my clients, I say, okay, I'm gonna give her a little parifa. You know, I'm gonna give her a lot. Sometimes I say I'm gonna give her a little. But I feel like baby hair add flavor.
Now, how did that catapult your career, and what did that do for you?
It honestly changed the way how I thought I could be as a hairstylist, right? Many people feel like when you're a hairstylist, you just stay behind a chair. What Wig Out did for me is it put me in rooms that I never thought that I would be in. Like, I remember hosting things on the BET Awards red carpet alongside with Safari and other people.
Tell us, for a day like today, BET Awards, what's like a good go-to look for any woman to rock?
A good go-to look for hot weather is bone straight hair. No curls, bone straight. Like your hair is...
So I did it right. I did it right. Okay.
High five, yes.
Thank you.
I just remember bumping shoulders with people like Lil' Kim, Busta Rhymes, Chris Brown, and it's just like, oh my gosh, like me thinking I'm just gonna be a regular hairstylist. I done came this far. People will, you know, run into me all across the world and be like, oh my God, I watch your show, Wig Out, Wig Out. Like, oh my God, when are you gonna drop more episodes, or when are we getting another season? So it really just shifted me in a way of like, okay, using my talent and my personality to get where I want to go in life, which is far. Like, girl, I'm trying to be neighbors with the Kardashians.
Come on.
Yes.
And we get into it.
Period.
All right. Talk to me about FEMMÉ, the brand, the salon, the products that you have. Just give us the full overview of the brand.
So FEMMÉ is like my baby. I feel like I always bounced around, right? I would sell my silk in a mist. I would only buy 100 pieces, sell out, buy more 6 months later. Like, it was never something that I took serious. My manager one day, she's like obsessed with TikTok. And she's like, Cliff, we need to put the silk in a mist on TikTok. And I'm like, I don't know. Like, I'm just like, girl, we need real money. Like, you know, it's but so much money you can make off of a $30 product. Like, and I remember I listened to her an hour after I uploaded it. My phone just kept making this little weird noise. And I'm like, what is this? And it was literally the TikTok going off, like TikTok shop. It was like new order. And I'm like, what in the world? So how TikTok works is you don't get paid until the customer gets their stuff. Normally it's like 7 business days after they receive their stuff. What TikTok did was it helped shift me into learning how to prioritize my customers and ship super fast, right? We ended up having a meeting with a rep from TikTok, and we started flying to Los Angeles, doing the TikTok live streams, and I really started making some serious money, This was literally just in the end of 2024. So, and then, you know, I had took a long break from the beauty industry. I started rapping and stuff, but I feel like rapping wasn't my passion. I was doing it because I wanted to get signed, but it wasn't something something that like I was doing with integrity.
Right.
And I like to move with like integrity because it feels more impactful for me. Silk and the Mist is starting to hit stores.
Yeah.
We're in like 300 stores and stuff. I want to say like last year, I remember I had to upgrade my warehouse 3 or 4 different times within a time frame of 6 months.
Wow.
And I'm just like, okay, what we gonna do? We gonna keep just upgrading warehouses? Like, Cliff, what are you about to do? Because you have to pivot now. I remember I looked at this one warehouse, but I seen it had a storefront.
Okay.
And I'm like, do I want to do a store or do I want to do a salon? One day, I feel like I just woke up and I called the realtor. I put the application in. It took like 2 to 3 weeks for them to let me know something. I got the place, and then I called an interior designer. I started doing some sketches.
Wow.
So then I had the whole layout, and I'm like, I need to do something that's different. Literally, I called my manager one day. I'm like, I think I'm gonna have all boys. I want my boys to come to work clean cut. I want their nails nicely groomed. I want them to wear all black. I want haircuts. I want them to look super clean. I want women to come in there and feel like they're in Mac or somewhere.
Right.
And she's like, okay, so where you gonna find the boys? I'm like, I don't know. So a couple of my friends, they are hairstylists. I hired some of my friends that really wanted to work in there. And then I just remember my last boy I was looking for. I posted on Instagram, like, you guys, I'm looking for one more boy to work in my salon. And I knew when I made that post, it just was like everything I was posting about my salon was going viral. I knew that I wanted to be a leader to the next generation of hairstylists. So I remember the day of the grand opening, once everyone left and once all the press left, the boys was like, Cliff, we feel like superstars. Like when we got out the car, it was paparazzi and people were screaming and waving. And I'm like, yeah, I want y'all to feel what I've experienced in my career.
Right.
Ever since I've opened it, literally all my boys go viral. I'm going to forever be a leader to them. I'm going to always lead them and I'm going to show them the way. If I ever see them doing things that I feel like, you know, they're not supposed to do, or if there's ever anything I feel like I can help them not do, I always correct them. And one thing about me, I definitely stand on business with them.
I believe it.
What's up? It's the FEMMÉ boys.
I got boys that came to my salon that might have started with 2,000 followers that now have 30K and they buying BMWs and they're doing celebrities. Like, I'm changing boys' lives.
Yeah.
It's time for me to do away with my warehouse, put it in a fulfillment center. Let's extend the whole salon.
Okay.
Let me make a way for more boys, because so many boys were still asking, like, are you hiring? And I'm like, no, I'm full. One day I had the bright idea. I'm like, I'm gonna have auditions at my salon. I'm thinking maybe 10, 15 people are gonna show up. No.
Hundreds.
I'm like, oh my God, we went over 100. Then it was, oh my God, we went over 200. Then it was like, okay, now I need to get a venue. Now I need to have some cameras, because what about all of the people that don't make it? I still wanna provide some sort of platform for them to grow from. If they didn't get chosen, I told them, like, look, don't stop here, keep going. It's always the next time.
Very involved in the process.
Yes, I was only supposed to choose 3 or 4 boys, and I chose 11.
Wow. Now tell us what the criteria is for your boys, because I believe that's what has social media in a frenzy, because you do like a specific look,
I do.
a masculine look at
Yes.
that does add confusion to your audience who feels like everybody should be able to participate.
When I first started out and I was booming, that was my look.
Okay.
It was clean cut. It wasn't no wigs. When I started wearing wigs, and it could have been because I started doing music, but I feel like a lot of the things I started doing, I just wasn't really getting the same feedback that I was getting when I had my mohawk and stuff.
In what way? Explain.
I felt like at one point I was being taken as a joke.
Okay.
And it could have been musically. It could have been because I'm a guy that still identifies as a guy, but I wear wigs and stuff. It could have been anything. But I just didn't want the boys to go through what I went through. So I'm like, look, this is how I want my guys to look. Now, if you are a guy and you wear wigs, I don't want you to change who you are, because I'm not taking my wig off for nobody.
Right.
But if you are somebody that just be like, oh yeah, I don't give a hell about this wig, let me take it off. I want to be a FEMMÉ boy. Let's do it. So the criteria is all black, freshly groomed. They got to keep up with their haircuts.
Right.
They got to look clean. And you know, when these women come in, I need y'all to make the women feel so important, because a lot of women, they're going through things, you know, and they need to feel protected and they need to feel important.
Yep.
When I do hair, I put a bonnet on, because who wants to be like whipping hair and
Right.
No, it's not about me right now. It's about you.
Yeah.
So that's the criteria, and whoever don't like it, I mean, that's not my problem.
Right. Wrong salon, wrong place. Tell me about the services at FEMMÉ, okay? What type of women do you service, and especially when it comes to natural hair?
So first, I have 18 boys that work in a salon.
Okay.
We do natural hair, we do wigs, we do sew-ins, like any type of hair service you name outside of K-tips. We don't do K-tips because they are so damaging. Any hair service that you like, perm, roller sets, anything we do. Like, we're very versatile. And one thing that you gotta know is I train these boys. So literally I do one-on-ones with all of the boys to sharpen up their craft.
Oh, wow.
So if you can't get me, you can get one of my FEMMÉ boys that have been trained by me.
Okay.
So it's a 2-for-1. And you might get to see me. I take pictures and do TikToks and stuff with some of the customers and stuff. So yeah.
We love that. Now, you mentioned the K-tips and that being damaging. I was considering it for a little bit because of all of the, stuff that I've been seeing online.
Yeah.
And it just looking so seamless. But what is a beauty standard or something that's taking place in the beauty industry that you would like to debunk? It's not true. You want people to stop believing it.
I just feel like the whole thing with the tape-ins and the K-tips, like, yo, that's not for us. That's not for our hair type.
Right.
We cannot press our hair every day. You might have K-tips and tape-ins, and then you doing all this whipping your hair and you putting it in tight ponytails. It's nothing but tension, and that's what leads traction alopecia. So I want people to stop feeling like K-tips and tape-ins are like the way to go, because it's not. You'll be better off either doing a wig, because what happens is the wig goes in front of your hairline,
Right.
if it's done correctly, or you could do like a leave out or something.
Okay.
Minimal leave out.
Yes. Take it back to the roots, okay? How we used to do things. Yeah. You said something really important about, prioritizing women in your space and making sure they feel comfortable. And a lot of times, especially in the LGBTQ community, that conversation comes up when, there are men who wear the wigs and the makeup. What do you think about that conversation? And just in general, being able to embrace both sides and still staying true to your identity as a man.
In my eyes, because I'm a boy, I feel like I know what a baddie is supposed to look like. You know what I'm saying? I fell in love with making women look like baddies that I started to want to become one myself.
Right.
But I feel like I took it too far. But we here now. It's okay. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It is what it is. I'm not here to compete with any woman. Women are beautiful. I feel like I was birthed from a black woman, and I watched my mom hustle. I watched her sacrifice a lot for me, and I'm gonna always want to beautify women.
Right.
And all my boys feel the same way.
Do you feel like there should be any boundaries with the in-between?
People be like, oh, well, no matter what you do, you'll never be a girl. It's like, I'm not trying to be a girl. Like, this it is just really fun. It's fun when I walk down the street and people are turning their heads. Like, I love all the attention that comes with it. It makes me money, but I don't think that every gay boy wants to be a girl. I just think that we like to look pretty. To me, it's fun. I'm having a ball. It's really not that serious.
Yeah. Now, what about some of the challenges that you've experienced, especially in bigger spaces like BET? What challenges have you
I'm gonna be honest, in the hair world, I don't really have any challenges when it comes to...
Oh, yeah, because we trust you.
Yeah, musically, it's very, very challenging and it's hard. I tried it. I spent so much money. No matter what I was doing, it just wasn't working.
Wow.
And I feel like because I was doing it, number one, for the wrong reasons. I was doing it because I'm like, I want $1 million deal. Or, I was doing it for the money. And I feel like hair, I really love hair. I love helping these boys. I love when a girl comes to me and be like, Cliff, what should I wear? How should I get my hair? What you think about the makeup? It's something about spinning that chair around and their reaction. And then they call their boyfriends and their husband, and I'm just sitting there like, yeah. But hip hop is just a little different. I want to say something that may ruffle a little feathers.
Ruffle them.
Some people in hip hop are a little, on the low, and sometimes it could be uncomfortable. I don't do things to make people feel uncomfortable. I'm very respectful. I may just walk in and stand in a corner, and somebody that's they may start sweating and they may get them out of here. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying it can't be done, because my friend Santana, he's killing it right now. And I feel like when you're LGBTQ and you're doing hip hop, it's one of those things where you just have to be unapologetically you.
Yeah.
And I've always been that. But one thing about it, I ain't gonna keep investing a whole bunch of money and I ain't get my $1 million deal now.
Right.
We gotta go back to the drawing board.
Right. Now, when it comes to the endeavors that you have, what are we going to see next? next?
So hopefully you guys see me return back to television.
On BET.
Okay, yes, on BET. I've been working on some amazing things. My life has evolved in the last 7 to 8 years since the last time y'all seen me. And I'm ready to show y'all. Like, I've elevated just all around. My mindset, my brand, the way I think, the way I talk. My whole entire life is different.
Yeah.
Nothing can get in my way of greatness.
Personally, outside of the work and all the businesses, what is Cliff doing? What do you like?
So, first, Cliff has been in a relationship going on 6 years.
Come on.
Yes, so I'm working on some surrogacy things with my boyfriend. Honestly, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I don't know how to do nothing but work.
Wow.
Like, working is what I love. I will lose my mind if I can't be in the mix of my business.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying? I literally checked my cameras to my salon like 100 times today already. I enjoy being an entrepreneur.
Right.
I enjoy walking in my salon every day. I enjoy greeting people. I enjoy saying hello to the boys. I enjoy this whole entire thing because I feel like for a while it got taken away from me. So once I got everything back plus more, it taught me how to really
Nurture
appreciate
it.
it.
Yeah.
Yes.
And hold on to it.
I'm in the salon with the boys. I'm making content and I'm bonding with them. Even though them FEMMÉ boys, child, they be working my nerves. It's like having kids. Sometimes this person not talking to this person and this and that and that. So I'm trying to be the mediator sometimes, and sometimes they be trying me.
Right.
So I got to bring it back full circle. I just feel like I enjoy every bit of it, and I just wouldn't trade it for the world.
Oh, I love that. And we love it.
Thank
and we
you.
wouldn't trade Wig Out for the world. And we're
Period.
excited to see what is going to come next, especially in this
excited
full
too.
circle moment with you being back at BET. So please do not stop with all of the serial entrepreneurship that you got going on, especially
you.
when it comes to FEMMÉ.
Period.
Thank you, Cliff Vmir.
Thank you
It's
for having
BET
me.
Talks.